Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna give you the goods on the main requirements for the signs of the zodiac when it comes to their soulmate. Spring is on its way and love is in the air, so if you are in a relationship or looking for a relationship, this information will hopefully assist you in making sure to maintain a deep, long-lasting connection, or to find a connection that has the potential to be deep and long-lasting. Because in a relationship with your soulmate, as long as the basic requirements are being met, you will have a much higher probability for success. Not to mention, if you ever find yourself asking, is this my soulmate? You can know that if they do not possess the main requirement, then it may mean that they aren't the one for you. Okay. No more wasting time. Here are the main requirements for the zodiac signs when it comes to their soulmate. Let's go. Okay, this video can actually be broken down by element because when it comes to the top requirements for a soulmate, each element shares a very similar sensibility. That's why we are usually pretty compatible with people that are in our same element when it comes to love. Also, I want to make sure that you know that when it comes to applying this information, you can look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and definitely your Venus placement. If you have any questions about what each of those placements mean, I have a video titled The Most Important Part of Their Chart when it comes to dating and love that explains what part your sun, moon, Venus, Mercury, and Mars play in your chart. So you might want to check that out. Also, if you don't know what sign your moon, Venus, Mercury, or Mars is in, then head over to astrologyguide.com, put in your birthday info, and find out. Okay, so I know in my last video, I promised all you Pisces out there that I would start with you. And since this video is about the elements, I will start with the water signs because Pisces is a water sign. Okay. So the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now, if you're in a relationship with any of these signs, there is going to be one thing and one thing only that you need to make sure is being addressed if you want the relationship to work. That thing is devotion. By this, I mean that all three of the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, need to feel that you are consistently showing them that you are there for them, that you understand how they feel and that their feelings really matter to you. In addition to putting forth the effort to understand them, they need to feel like you are compassionate and caring enough to consistently show them that you care. The water signs can handle it if you're still on your way to figuring out what you truly want out of life, or when it comes to your career, they aren't that wrapped up in being materialistic, so you can still be on the come up when it comes to money. The thing is, they are cool if you are a work in progress. Well, we all are, but what they need to know for sure is that your feelings for them are real and that your devotion is to the relationship. To make that a little easier to understand, here are the top 3 do's and don'ts for the water signs if you're in a relationship with them and you want to maintain and deepen the connection. Number 1. Do make sure to tell them how you feel. Don't assume they know just by your actions. Yes, actions matter, but water signs would also like to hear you tell them what you are truly feeling. This way they don't have to assume or read between the lines or speculate. They have great intuition, but they don't want to have to be psychic to know what is going on with you. Number 2, do listen to them when they are expressing to you how they feel. Don't disregard their feelings. The water signs in general have a difficult time trusting, so they need to know that if they open up to you, that you are genuinely listening, that you're interested in how they feel because you care about them. If you tell them that you don't feel like talking about this right now, or if you tell them that they're being dramatic or overly emotional, all 3 of the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, will start to shut themselves off from you and the relationship. And once that starts, you are on your way to the land of disconnect, where it is cold and lonely. Number 3, do make sure to express yourself physically as well as verbally. Don't expect them to always initiate sex or affectionate contact. Like I said before, the water signs have a hard time trusting. And if they're the only ones that are constantly initiating physical contact, they're going to start to think that you are not as into the relationship as they are. And for them, that is so not exciting. So if you want to keep the connection strong, then keep the affectionate part of who you are active and consistent. Okay, the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you're dating one of the air signs, there's one major thing that they must have as a foundation of their relationship in order to be excited and remain excited. Of course, they like to have fun. They like to have a great attraction and physical connection with the person that they're with, but there is going to be one thing and one thing only that you need to make sure is being addressed if you want the relationship to work, and that is freedom. Now, when I say freedom, I mean that the person that they are with has to give them the freedom to be who they are without pressuring them to follow a set of rules that are based on how they think the Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius should be. Now, in relationships, there are for sure some issues that may arise that you need to have a conversation about. And in that conversation, you're going to be asking the person that you're with to possibly change a specific behavior that doesn't work for you. But if you're with one of the air signs, if in any way they feel like you're trying to control them by not letting them be themselves, then it will for sure push them away. Here are the top 3 do's and don'ts in the relationship with an air sign that will help you maintain and deepen that connection. Number 1, do make sure to be honest with them about something that you have an issue with. Don't give them an ultimatum. Whatever you do, don't tell an air sign, either you do this or else, because they will choose or else every time. When you have an issue, you want to make sure that you let them know how you feel about whatever the issue is, and then let them know what your proposed solution is. That way they can say, yes, I can do that, or no, I can't. If they say yes, you're good to go, you're off and running, beautiful. If they say no, the next step is in asking them, well, then what are you willing to do? And then the two of you can begin to negotiate what that solution is. They can be very open-minded and they're willing to compromise as long as they don't feel pressured. Number 2, do ask them direct questions if you want direct answers. Don't assume anything if they haven't specifically stated it. Air signs have a tendency to speak in ideas. They love discussing possibilities and sharing their opinions on things, but they also meet life on a situational basis. What they think about something or someone on Monday may not be what they think about the same topic on Tuesday. So whenever you have a question you want answered, when it comes to the air signs, don't assume you know. If you want the facts, ask. This way you will avoid miscommunication. Number 3, do your best to get along with or at least accept their friends. Don't judge and criticize who they choose to hang out with. The air signs usually have a pretty strong desire to spend a certain amount of their time with their friends. Unless their moon is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, they will make sure to hang out with their friends just as often as they hang out with the person that they're in a relationship with. So if you roll up attempting to make them choose between you or their friends, be careful, because much of the time they will choose their friends. So if you're going to date one of the air signs, make sure that you are supportive of the time that they'd like to spend with their friends, because if they see that you're supportive and that you're not attempting to control them, they will be even more excited by a relationship with you, and as a result, they will be much more likely to want to be around you even more often, which will create a healthy balance between spending time with you and spending time with their friends. Just remember, the air signs can for sure be committed and loving in a relationship, but if they feel like you are unreasonably challenging their freedom, then they begin to look for the nearest exit sign. All right, earth signs. For the earth signs, there is one thing and one thing only that is going to be at the top of their list when it comes to relationship requirements. Yes, they for sure want good physical connection, good communication, and some similar likes, but for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, security is a must-have if you want to be in a relationship with them. Now, when I say security, most of you are going to think money. And although the earth signs do factor financial security into many of their decisions, surprisingly, when it comes to love, they really don't give a crap how much money you have or you don't have. Now, if you have money, for sure, that is some delicious icing on the cake, but it is not a requirement. When I say security, I mean this. They need to have certainty that the two of you are on the same page when it comes to following the same guidelines and standards for a romantic relationship. Of course, you can disagree in other areas, but I'm talking about what you see as right and wrong when it comes to love and relationships. To make this a little more clear, here are the top 3 do's and don'ts in a relationship with the earth signs that will help you maintain and deepen the connection. Number 1, do be honest with them at all times. Don't lie by omission and think it's not a lie. For the earth signs, if they ask you a question about something that matters to them, especially if it relates to the relationship, do not give them an answer and leave out information that you don't want them to know because you're thinking that they'll have a negative response to whatever it is that you'll say. If you purposely leave out information that matters, then the earth signs see that as shady, untrustable behavior. And yes, you may not have directly lied, but omitting crucial information is not telling the whole truth. So they see you as dishonest and untrustworthy, which leads to conflict and disconnect. So even if you think they may not like the truth, give it to them anyway, because you will at least maintain their respect and trust, which is crucial if you want to maintain the relationship. Number 2, do what you say you are going to do. Don't think they won't remember what you said and hold you to it. The earth signs are big on consistency and proof that you do what you say. So when you promise them something or tell them that you're going to do something and then you don't do it, don't roll up thinking that they have forgotten. Trust me, they have receipts for everything you've said. So your best bet is to just let them know by being straightforward. I know I said I was going to do that and I didn't. As opposed to trying to play it off and saying, I don't remember saying that, because they do remember it. They do know that you said it. And if you continue the deception, it once again begins to jeopardize the trust, and we know where that goes with the earth signs. Number 3, do be willing to make a commitment. Don't think that the commitment isn't based on long-term plans. The earth signs are goal-oriented and see their lives on a timeline more than any other element. So more times than not, if an earth sign makes a commitment to be exclusive with you, it means they truly believe the relationship has long-term potential. So if you make a commitment with them, just know you will be having conversations about your future together. So if you just want to keep it light and maybe be friends with benefits, say that up front. They can handle that. But if you make a commitment and your idea of a commitment is different than theirs, this will be revealed in time and there will be a price to pay, usually in the form of an ugly breakup and the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn wiping you completely off their radar. So with the earth signs, if you want to have a lasting, loving relationship, make sure that you two are on the same page in terms of what you two are working towards regarding the relationship and what you two believe to be right and wrong regarding love. Okay, the fire signs. For the fire signs, when it comes to relationships, they pretty much have the same top priority as when it comes to life. Yes, they appreciate someone that can be romantic, affectionate, has good communication skills, but the one thing that the fire signs require in order to be inspired and stay inspired about the relationship is excitement. Now that sounds pretty simple, but when it comes to excitement and the fire signs, it doesn't just mean having fun. It means they need to be with someone that has the energy, ambition, and confidence to have a romantic connection with no unnecessary drama. I say unnecessary drama because they do like a little conflict every once in a while, just to keep it interesting. But conflict that is brought on by playing the victim or you being overly critical is never going to go over well with any of the fire signs: Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Here are the top 3 do's and don'ts for the fire signs if you want to maintain and deepen the connection. Number 1, do be optimistic. Don't be a complainer. The fire signs want life to be an adventure, and no one wants to go on an adventure with someone that is constantly pointing out what they don't like or what needs improvement. If you want to make it work with one of the fire signs, then you want to make sure that you are looking at the glass as half full, because if you are the glass half empty type, they will quickly lose interest and be more willing to replace you with more fun-loving company. Number 2, do have goals that you are working towards. Don't constantly make excuses as to why you can't achieve those goals. The fire signs love to be inspired and to inspire. They have a fire that burns within them that pushes them to strive to be better and to go after their goals and aspirations. They love nothing more to be in a relationship with someone that also has a vision for the future. But if you are the type that is constantly blaming everyone else for your circumstances or coming up with excuses why you just can't move forward in the direction of your goals, then they see you as a dark cloud, and Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius is not trying to stick around for this dark cloud to rain and burn out their fire. So if you're the type that settles for less than what you are capable of, don't expect your fire sign to be turned on by that nonsense. Number 3, do have a strong sense of self-worth. Don't be lazy. The fire signs are attracted to energies that give off a sense of confidence. So actions being fueled by major insecurity are going to get old to them quick. Insecurity is not at all exciting to them. So if you want to maintain a strong, passionate connection with your fire sign, have confidence in who you are, because that not only turns them on, but it keeps them excited for the future. And when it comes to being lazy, that is the worst thing for them. Sure, they love chilling at home once in a while too, but if that is all you do, and every time you two spend time together, it's on someone's couch, watching TV, or falling asleep after a meal, then yeah, they'll be inspired to get away from that relationship as quickly as possible. So if you want to keep and deepen the connection with your fire sign, make sure to keep your enthusiasm for life and your ideas for how the two of you can explore new adventures together at the forefront of your consciousness, and any Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius will be more than happy to pursue an exciting future with you. Okay, so there you have it, the main requirements for the zodiac signs when it comes to their soulmate. I hope you are all gearing up for spring and excited for what it has to offer in terms of love, in terms of achieving your goals, and in terms of an overall journey of fulfillment. And whatever you do, don't allow your past relationships to define what you think is going to happen in your future relationships. Don't get jaded just because you had a bad relationship here or there. See that experience as an opportunity to learn about yourself and to learn about what it is that you want and what it is that you want to stay away from. So whatever you do, don't show up in a new relationship bringing negative energy and residue, because it's not fair to you or the person that you're with, and more times than not, it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy because you'll be so focused on being afraid that the same thing is going to happen that it will end up happening. What you want to do is use your past relationships as opportunities to learn about yourself and how to more effectively create the right set of circumstances for you to have a really connected, loving, exciting experience with someone. And if you're already in a relationship, spring is the perfect time to reinvigorate the connection. You don't always have to go based on how things have gone down. You can decide that you want something new for you and the person that you're with. And if both of you are committed to recharging the relationship and reestablishing the connection, you can really have a fulfilling experience. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.